I'm Dana Denha, and you're watching FYI. There's a new Ypsilanti District Library opening on November 14th. The Superior branch now has a permanent home and is ready for the public to take advantage of all of its features and events after its long-awaited arrival. Take a look around.
We are about to open the brand new Superior branch of the Ypsilanti District Library. We are a library that has 3 locations, and we serve 3 different municipalities. So Superior Township, we have served with a really small little branch in a fire station, 1 little room, since about 2007. And we are delighted that with the passage of an operating millage in 2018, we were able to move forward with long-awaited plans to build a larger facility that's full service for Superior.
We're able to offer a much bigger, amount of books and movies, more computers.
The big thing that we have in this new building that we didn't have before is space. Because the other library was only about 1,000 square feet, there were no meeting rooms. There was no place where people could sit down with one another and study.
I'm just excited about people luxuriating in this big, beautiful space and using computers, checking out the books.
It's lovely, and it's going to be a great space to see, as well as a great space to relax and study and learn.
And they build community here. They are able to access information that is freely available to them with really caring and knowledgeable staff members.
For more on all the YDL branches, including the new Superior location, visit ypsilibrary.org. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with more in exactly 30 seconds. The city is home to more than 160 must-see parks, with scenic views, places to play, and some top-notch facilities. See all that Mary Beth Doyle Park has to offer to the community during this Park Peak. Mary Beth Doyle Park is an 84-acre green space in the southeast corner of Ann Arbor. The park is home to a variety of amenities, including a basketball court and an 18-basket disc golf course. More than half of the property is a wooded natural area with meandering trails around Mallett's Creek. The trails are made up of unpaved footpaths and narrow wooden boardwalks. Mallett's Creek flows through the park's wetland area, which slows down the water after heavy rain and prevents stream bank erosion, pollution, and flooding downstream. The area provides food and habitat for the park's wildlife, improves water quality downstream, and provides a beautiful landscape of flowering native plants. The park's namesake, Mary Beth Doyle, is one of Michigan's most prominent environmental advocates. The late Mary Beth worked for several local environmental nonprofits and served on the city's Environmental Commission. The habitat provided to our local wildlife and the serenity the park brings to our lives are a reminder of the people who have dedicated their lives to advocating for a healthy and sustainable future. Visit a2gov.org/parks for more on Mary Beth Doyle's access, history, and amenities. The city has merged all water services under one umbrella. Learn more about Ann Arbor Water in this month's City Roundup in 60.
Hi, I'm Brian Steglitz, Manager of Water Treatment Services for the City of Ann Arbor. I'm excited to talk to you today about Ann Arbor Water, the city's new brand for its water utilities. As many of you know, the city provides 3 water utilities: drinking water, stormwater management, and resource recovery or wastewater to its customers. This new brand allows us to combine these 3 utilities under a single umbrella, which will allow us to communicate to our customers about how these three water services are connected through a single resource, being the Huron River. If you're interested in learning more about our utilities, please come find us on the web at annarborwater.org.
Riverside Arts Center is the home to PTD Productions, where talented casts and crews bring memorable stories to life. The Sweet Delilah Swim Club celebrates friendships, how they start, evolve over the passage of time, and the unique journey that these relationships bring. Joining me is Karrie Waarala, Director of PTD's production of the Sweet Delilah Swim Club. Welcome to the show, Karrie.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
Why don't you give us a short synopsis of the Sweet Delilah Swim Club? Obviously, you don't want to give anything away, but just tell us a little bit more than what I sort of talked about.
Absolutely. So the Sweet Delilah Swim Club tells the story of 5 very different women who met on their college swim team, and they have stayed fast friends throughout their entire lives. They are all very Southern. They are all very different. And every August, they meet at the same cottage on the Outer Banks, the Sweet Delilah, to have a weekend together. This play gives us a glimpse at 4 of those weekends.
What made you want to do this play? Because obviously, as a director, you get really involved in the play. You have to read it a lot. So what made you really want to take part in this?
The very first time I read through this play, I was laughing by page 3. And just a few pages later, I could start to hear an audience laughing, and I could hear my mom's laugh out in the audience. And I thought, oh, I just want to hear that. I really want to introduce audiences to these 5 women.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, your theater experience, directing. Is this one of your first times? Have you directed a lot of shows? Have you been in plays?
This is my very first time directing. I have been involved with PTD since 2019. I was in Hay Fever. I played Judith Bliss in Hay Fever in 2019. I've been in a couple other plays with them. Before that, earlier in 2019, I was in a play with the Saline area players. And prior to that, it had been decades since I had been in a play. I did write, produce, perform, and stage a one-woman show back in 2011, also at Riverside Arts Center.
So how has directing sort of felt this time around? Because this is a completely different, directing a one-woman show is completely different than having, a cast of 5 women plus maybe a few other characters.
Right. It has been wonderful. This group of actors has been so hardworking and so caring. I've had an amazing assistant director to work with as well, and it's just been a really rewarding experience.
Talk about, this show is all about friendship. Do you think that it resonates with a lot of people, this idea of having this friendship over time and sort of what they discuss and how they treat each other?
Absolutely. I can see, I think that everybody can see their own friends in these women, maybe themselves in these women. And it's just so special to have these friendships that go through the good times, through the bad times. They have their ups and downs throughout the years. But the fact that these women are also committed to staying friends is just really special. I don't think you can see this play without starting to remember your own friends from your college years or earlier in life. I think it's the perfect opportunity to get a few friends together and come out to the theater to see it together.
I think it's also really special to think about these friendships that last such a long time and are such an important part of your life, because you see friends come and go in your life, and then you have those ones that you could maybe not even talk to for a decade, but then when you pick up again, it's like you never didn't talk,
Exactly. This really celebrates that type of friendship and those people who will see you through thick and thin all throughout your life. It's a very special relationship that these characters all have with each other.
Talk about the location, the Sweet Delilah. Is that sort of like a character in itself? Reading the synopsis, it almost sounds like it is.
It absolutely is. The Sweet Delilah is the cottage that they all come to year after year after year in every August out in the Outer Banks. So yes, the Sweet Delilah is kind of the 6th character in the play.
So there
It
are
was,
only five characters in the play. You
yep.
don't see anyone else. Okay, yeah.
No, you see no one but these five women over the course of the years, and of course the sweet Delilah. That's their year in, year out for them.
One thing that I think PTD always does, first of all, their shows are always great, but they always have these spectacular sets. Can you talk about your set and like how it sort of will live up to the other sets that we see? I mean, I just think that you always have like a great crew together. They do such a wonderful job putting these sets together that look like real places.
And this one absolutely does the same. I am in love with this set. It was designed by Laura Bird. Jerry Doty served as lead builder. Everybody worked really hard on it. I came to the first production meeting with a palette of colors that just said beach to me, and everybody just went with it. The props, the set dressing, it really does look like a welcoming beachfront cottage.
Yeah, I think that's one of the coolest things when you go see a PTD show at Riverside Arts Center is actually when you first walk in and you're just like sitting waiting for the show and you really get to take in how much work that people put into creating this wonderful set for these characters in this play.
It is. It's definitely something that I've experienced all the shows that I've been in with PTD, the other shows that I've seen, and it has been an absolute delight to watch the sweet Delilah come to life on stage the last couple of weeks.
Why don't you tell us a little bit more in depth about your cast and maybe the different characters they're playing?
Absolutely. Like I said, I have a wonderful cast. We have three PTD veterans in the show. Marie Jones plays Cherie Hollinger. Cherie was captain of the swim team and never lets go of those organizational skills. She is the one who keeps the friends on task and keeps them coming to the cottage every year. We have Dina Beatty playing Bernadette Sims. Dina has also been in several PTD shows. Bernadette, oh, Vern, she's kind of the hard luck story. It seems like nothing ever goes right in her life, but she meets all of her trials and tribulations with a great sense of self-deprecating humor. Our other PTD vet in the cast is Cindy Franklin playing Jerry Neal McFeely. Jerry Neal is an absolute ray of sunshine. She's just the sweetest, kindest, most innocent person. It's really fun to watch Jerry Neal's progression throughout the play, throughout the years. We have two brand new newcomers to PTD in the cast. We have Rebecca Lane playing Lexi Richards. Lexi is kind of our bombshell. Every year she always has man troubles to discuss at the cottage. She is an event planner and just has a flair for the dramatic. And then we also have Jennifer Heimberg joining us. She plays Dinah Grayson, who is a very career-focused lawyer. She likes her martinis dry and her wit even drier.
This is, I feel like it's got to be a little bit challenging to do a play like this because you're going over, what is it, 4 decades of time? So how do you sort of accomplish that when you have such little time to do changes and things like that?
It really is amazing. We got to see it happen at our first tech rehearsal last night, and I was blown away with what we were able to do with costumes, with hair, with makeup, and just the care that the actors have taken to really think about how their characters move at 44 as opposed to 54, as opposed to 77, and they've really done a remarkable job with that. And you're right, we do not have very much time at all to make it happen, and they do.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a feat for the actors to be able to really think about, like you said, movement is a big thing, even like maybe your voice changing a little bit as you get older, I'm sure. And they're dealing with, on top of it, I'm sure most of them don't have Southern accents, if any.
None of them do. So yes, we have had the Southern accent challenge the entire time as well.
Yeah. What have been some of the highlights for you of directing this play so far?
Oh my goodness. It has just been a treat watching everybody's hard work, watching it all come together, watching these actors all make these characters their own, taking these characters you can't help but like them on the page, and then to just watch them develop over the past 8 weeks has just been a treat. And it has just been such a warm, caring cast. They all care very much about each other. I have had an amazing assistant director, Jacob Williams Justin, to work with. He is got a lot of experience with voice and with movement, so he could really add to the whole rehearsal experience. And it's just been delightful watching it all come to life.
What was maybe the hardest part for you so far? I mean, there has to be some things that are sort of challenging to, first of all, like you said, this is the first like big scale directing thing you've done, but it also seems like it's a big undertaking for this show as well.
It is. Honestly, one of the most difficult things was balancing everybody's schedules to figure out when we could all get together and rehearse. Everybody has very busy lives, but everybody tweaked their schedules when they had to, and we made it all work. It has definitely been a challenge with the aging, taking on that, really having everybody develop their character and then watch those characters develop over the years. It's a funny play, but it is also a very caring and touching and heartwarming play. So sometimes the challenge was staying dry-eyed during rehearsals because our actors are doing such a great job.
Yeah, and it really makes a difference. I know that you guys are actually in the theater now, and I think that actually helps the actors immensely once they are able to get out of that rehearsal space and really go into the actual theater with the set. And I think it just makes a huge difference for everybody.
It does. Every layer that we've added, adding the props, adding the lights, the sound, the costumes, all of it has just really added up, and it's turning pretty magical now.
When is the show?
The show opens Thursday, November 10th. It runs through November 19th. Our Thursday, Friday, Saturday shows are at 8 p.m. We've got a couple of matinees on Sunday the 13th and Wednesday the 16th at 2 p.m.
And tickets, obviously you can get them in advance at the door as well still?
Yes, you can. You can get tickets online. You can visit our website at ptdproductions.com to do that. You can buy tickets at the door. And on our Thursdays, we also have the Pay What You Can feature at the door. PTD has been such an important part of the art scene in Ypsi for close to 30 years now. And one of the great things that we do is that Pay What You Can feature. We want everyone to be able to experience theater, and the price of a ticket should never keep someone away. If you've got $3 in your wallet and want to come see the Sweet Delilah on Thursday, come on in. We'll make y'all feel welcome.
Are the COVID safety protocols still in effect? I know you'd have to show your card and everything before. Is that still going on?
We've actually adjusted that a little bit. We're now relating our COVID precautions to the COVID-19 community level in Washtenaw County. So while we are at medium, which we are right now, no one needs to show their COVID vaccination cards. But we do ask everyone to please remain masked while you're in the audience. We're very serious about keeping our actors healthy, and we want to see their faces and want them to be able to perform mask-free.
Well, I mean, how horrible would it be if someone caught COVID during the production? I mean, that would sort of put everything to a halt. I'm sure there's not really understudies in this situation.
There is not, and nobody wants to see me stumbling around with a script in my hand instead of one of our fabulous, talented actors up there.
Okay, well, before we go, why should people come see the Sweet Delilah Swim Club? They have plenty of chances.
Oh my gosh, it's just such a delightful play. It is such a great story about friendship, about the lives that we share with our friends throughout the years. I think it's impossible to come away from this play without feeling great.
Well, I want to thank you so much for being a guest on the show, Karrie.
Thank you, Dana. I appreciate it.
For more on this and other programs, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Visit youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to see all that we have to offer. And remember to like, subscribe, and ring that notification. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time to FYI.